Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing this foundation routine because you guys have been commenting on the way that my foundation and my makeup looks. So I have oily skin. I'm going to be using this Milk of Magnesia to help mattify my skin. It's an old YouTube trick. I'm sure you've heard of it if you're familiar with makeup tutorials on YouTube. So I'm just applying it. You let it dry and you'll see in a sec, it kind of dries to like this matte white cast type. And you can just cancel that out later on. It's not a big deal. Then I'm using this Monistat chafing gel all over my face. It's silicone-y, it's slippery, fills in the pores. I really like it. I've been using it for a really long time. I don't even use primer anymore. I just use this. So I'm just gonna clip my hair back, but I have really oily skin, so this is going to be a lot of tips for oily, acne-prone skin like mine. So I am next going to be using the Age Rewind concealer. I do it kind of different. I showed you guys my foundation a second ago, but I actually put my concealer on first because I don't want a bright, heavy concealer look. I'm using this really cheap e.l.f. brush. You don't need expensive brushes. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit later some more brushes that I really love. I'm going to also have links to everything down below, so make sure you guys check it out, okay? So I'm going to be blending it out with this brush. I love this brush from e.l.f. I also use it in my foundation. You guys are going to see in a little bit. And for foundation, you guys saw I like the Acne one from e.l.f. and I like the Revlon ColorStay. Both really good for having you know, dry, oily skin, because my skin's a combination. It's really oily in the center, but on the outside I do get a lot of acne and it can be a little dry sometimes, you know, during the winter, but this is my favorite. The Revlon ColorStay is great for oily skin, and then of course the Acne from e.l.f. is really good because it actually has like salicylic acid and like, what is it called? Witch hazel. It also has witch hazel in it, which is also good for your skin, and it gives me a really flawless finish. I don't like using sponges because they don't give you such a flawless finish in a full coverage finish like I like. And then I'm also using the brush here, you guys, to clean up my eyeshadow. Really good tip. So then just gonna go ahead and blend it out. But if you guys love makeup tutorials and like to see some more, make sure you thumbs up this video so I know that I should make some more here and there in between my hair videos. Okay, then after that, I'm going to be using a cream highlight. The one I'm using is from LA Girl. Sorry I didn't show it in the camera, but it's really cheap, and I'm going to be using that first because I like to apply a cream highlight because I want my highlight to be really bold and bright, and it makes your skin look a little bit more healthier. So I'm warming it up with my fingers and applying it with my fingers. It makes it a little bit easier to blend. And then I'm going to be using this really cheap e.l.f. brush. Here I go again with the e.l.f. brushes, and I'm going to be blending that into my face. Now the brushes you use are actually kind of important, so in a second I'm going to be showing you guys some brushes that I'm going to use throughout the rest of the video. So this is a Real Technique Sculpting Set 2.0. You can get this at a drugstore. It is really inexpensive and they're great quality brushes. So I'm going to start out with using the setting brush to first pat down my eyes because I don't want any creasing before I set them. I'm using the Nye Banana Powder to set my eyelids because this is yellow, and actually the foundations I use kind of are red and I have a yellow undertone, so I kind of use the yellow to kind of balance it out, if that makes sense. So then I'm gonna just pack it on underneath my eye. I love this brush because it's so soft, so I don't have to worry about, you know, pulling and tugging on my eyes because it's really delicate under there and you want to be careful. Then I'm gonna pack it on the center of my face as well. Here I picked up way too much product, you guys, way too much. Make sure you shake off the excess because this brush can pick up a lot of product. But I'm using that to help set around there because I do get really oily there. Then, if you guys can see, I'm buffing my skin. This does a great job if you have textured skin. This brush does a great job of getting that flawless look with just doing some simple buffing motions because this is such a fluffy brush. I really love this brush for that. So throughout the rest of the video, I'm going to be using this Laura Geller Face, Eyes, and Cheek palette. It is actually their Basics palette. I really love this palette. So I'm going to be using the colors in there just so you guys know what colors I'm using. It's absolutely gorgeous. I got it from QVC, okay? So next I'm going to be using their contour brush. This is the medium sculpting brush actually. And the reason why I'm going straight across my face like this is because I have a long face. You want to know how to contour to your face shape. So I have a long face, so I want to cut it up and help create like a break in my face. So I kind of contour straight across versus, you know, the big swoopy kind of thing that everyone else does. So I'm also using that brush to help blend it out because it does a really good job of blending out my contour so it's not too harsh. Next, my favorite part, I'm using their little fan brush and I'm putting my highlighter on. I love this highlighter. The highlighter in this palette is called, I think it's called Portofino. I'm putting that on the high points of my face. I love it. It's so cute. And then I'm putting it on the bridge of my nose. If you love your nose, you want to accentuate your nose, you want to highlight it. If you don't really like your nose, you're not going to want to highlight that. You're going to want to make sure you contour and blah, blah, blah. But I love my nose, so I am making sure to add some highlight. And then finish off with a finishing spray. I really love the Mario Badescu one. This is my favorite one. The MAC one also is really good, but this one I'm using today, it helps to make sure your skin looks a lot less cakey, if you know what I mean. But yeah, if you guys love this makeup tutorial, please give me a thumbs up if you want to see more, if I should do more. But yeah, this is my foundation routine. This is what I'm doing underneath all of my makeup looks you guys see. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!